We've been awaiting you, Commander Ryu. I commend you, Commander Ryu. Now we can leave behind this long history of conflict. Well, at least now there's one less enemy threatening the soil of the city-states. We still don't have true peace in these lands. That's why we are here before you today with a request, Commander. So long as the Holy Kingdom of Harmonia exists to the north, stability here will remain uncertain. Furthermore, the city-states once fell to Luca Blight because no trust existed between us. What this land needs is a single, undivided nation. Thus, we ask that you found the Arms Republic here and serve as its leader. Master Shu's already brought this matter before each of the city-states and obtained our consent. The idea was voted on and approved unanimously by the 3 houses of Parliament and 2 River as well. If it means a stronger nation, we have no objections either. The Knightdom of Matilda is no more, but will follow your orders in this matter, Commander Ryu. I agree with Miklatov. Luca Blight may have robbed Muse of much of its strength, but we still haven't lost our pride as the center of its alliance, or the alliance. As acting mayor of Muse City, I also intend to follow your will in this, Commander. I understand. Commander Ryu, we thank you. We hereby announce the birth of the Arms Republic. May it bring unwavering peace to these lands from this day, this hour, to eternity. And to this end, we swear to serve Commander Ryu with pride and fidelity. Alright, so it looks like the game's ending before doing anything with Joey. But again, there's a true ending. Or at least this looks like the end. It looks like it's about to play some credit music. Let me actually see something. At the end of the game, let me just see all the endings. Okay, there are 4 endings in Suikoden 2. One of them I can actually show off after this. If I say I can't do that, apparently it leads to a second branching ending. I'll talk about it more in the credits, but I think we're going to pursue that other ending at least. We'll get 2 of the endings. Oh, and is that like, oh, Joey, Ryu's just waiting for Joey? Aw. Oh, okay, this is the classic Suikoden thing. Look, I got flack for not reading these in my original Suikoden playthrough, but like, legitimately, it's gonna be way too much reading. Return to Muse City, was later elected mayor. Like, I'm reading them. I was understanding what was going on with the Stars of Destiny, but like, actually reading them out loud it's too much. Refused a position? Oh, I missed that star. Founded a library in Tinto City, taught many children the magic of learning. Alright, so I think we're gonna pursue that other ending. If I say I can't do that, it leads to another ending. I think we'll do that one. Show that one off, might as well. Living happily in Two River, where she opened a restaurant. Occasionally visits Marlowe and marvels at his greatest scholarship. Returned to White Deer Inn to live a happy life with Alex and Pete. I think someone commented on a video in Suikoden 1. It wasn't even the final video, but they watched my stream and commented on a random video to give me crap for not reading these. To which I told them, I said something along the lines of, listen, the way this scrolls, it wouldn't have been, this is scrolling a little better than Suikoden 1's did. But even still, like, they were saying how I basically skipped the ending. But like, I was like, hey, dude, I didn't even get the Stars of Destiny, all of them anyway, so like, who cares? Ah, traveling performer. Yo, Rena! Returned to his life as a traveling performer while continuing to read books and studying hard, yeah. Then again, in Suikoden 1, there were barely any characters I cared about, so maybe that's why. I think I'm more willing to read the ones in this game because there are more Stars of Destiny I care about in this game. This game did better with the characters. Yamku and Taiho. Anyway, we'll pursue that other ending. Because I googled it, I was like, alright, you know what, I'm at the end, I can't really get spoiled. I don't know what happens in that, I just saw there's 4 endings, so we're gonna pursue that other one. There's a bad ending, a standard ending, which is the one I just got, I think. Alternate ending, which is, you say, if you say I can't do that, it leads to the alternate ending, and then there's obviously the true ending, which is getting all Stars of Destiny. So we're gonna see the standard and alternate endings in this playthrough. The bad ending's actually interesting from what I'm reading here. I'll talk about when it can pop up when the credits come. It's actually really interesting from what I'm reading here, and it actually makes it like all checks out, you know? Returned to Two River, where he continued as leader of the Kobold army, helping to train the younger generation. Return. You see, like, if I read, by the time I'm in the middle of Ridley's, the next characters comes up. It's not easy to read all these out loud. Achieved his desire by becoming captain of the Arms Army Kobold unit, currently performing admirably as Gengen's second in command. There were credits for Suikoden 1, right? I think there were. After this, they play the credits. Kind of like Three Houses, they do that. They show you the MVPs, and then they show you the credits. That's why I'm not talking about the game now. I mean, I really like the game. I give it like an 8 out of 10. Definitely worthy of... Not going to be one of my favorites, but definitely a really good game. Its gambling business in Adelheid is still a raging success. Traveled north once again in search of the object of his revenge. Journeyed north following after her master. You know what? I'll just talk about it now. I'm going to talk about my opinions on the game for the credits. The bad ending, apparently during the war in Tinto, Nanami, I remember this. Nanami says we should just run. I'm going to read these actually first. I like these two. Went on an adventure with Gadget to find Juppo. Gadget continues to allow Meg to travel with him despite her selfishness. So apparently when Nanami's like, we should run away from everything, you can actually say yes, and that leads to a bad ending. But you and Nanami, like, escape from everything. And that's the quote-unquote bad ending. I really wanna see that one. I mean, I'm not gonna be able to go back to it in my playthrough. I'm gonna have to Google it. I wanna Google it, though. But apparently if you say... let's run away, it actually leads to an ending. Which is interesting. I like games with multiple endings. It's always nice when games have multiple endings. As long as you make them, like, pretty obvious and... maybe not obvious. As long as you don't make them, like, easy to stumble, looking at you, Persona 4. Then I like them. Turn to Ante to continue her work as a rune sage. Yo, luck! He considered his role fulfilled and returned to Leknat's service. Oh, so he's not going to be in Suikoden 3. Nice imagery in the back. We got the beast rune there. No, I'll just Google the bad ending. It shouldn't be hard to find. Bad ending is canon for Suiko 2? Really? Was that, like, actually confirmed? It's actually the canon ending? Listen, I don't know what happens in the true ending, but really? Oh, it's your canon ending. Okay, you know what? I did see you say my canon ending, and you said headcanon. Alright, that's fair. I haven't watched it yet. I mean, Nami doesn't die, so that's a good headcanon, honestly. I mean, you'd leave, like, you'd leave Tenno with all the zombies, and you wouldn't really, like, stop the war, but, like, it's a decent headcanon, I guess. Nanami gets to live. Again, I haven't seen it, but I'm basing it off what the dialogue prompt is. I don't know. I have to see all the endings before I decide which one's my canon ending. Return with Shiro to the woods near Ryubi, where he lives off the land, always seen by the side of his master. Love, Shiro and Kinnison. Two of my favorite stars of Destiny. Tengar and Hicks, also two of my favorite stars of Destiny. Oh, hey, we got, Flick and Victor here. Shout out to Flick and Victor. I thought they were, like, neat in Suikoden 1. They were fine, but they were great characters in this game. Tengar and Hicks. Like, Flick and Victor were very good in this game. I think the text, the dialogue is better in Suikoden 2, so it does a lot better for the characters. I just think the writing dialogue, writing dialogue is just better in Suikoden 2, and it does better for the characters as a result. Oh, are those my tonfas? Instead of going back to Warrior's Village, she sets off on a journey with Victor. Having finally destroyed Necklord, sets off on an aimless journey. Tried to follow, like, lost sight of him, returned to the academy, wait for his return. Sierra was neat. Decided to observe human life instead of returning to Blue Moon Village. When no vampires left to hunt, he set off to look for a new life. Set off once again on his hunt for Elsa. I wonder if Elsa was a Star of Destiny. Continued the journey of his manhood ceremony with Tengar, dreaming of her wedding to Hicks with a beautiful dress and the blessings of the entire village. Anyway, the characters were a lot better. Like Tengar. Victor and Flick, mainly. Turn to Rikaku Helmlet. Yeah, I didn't get to read that in time. Sorry, Kasumi. But yeah, I'm glad they did them better. Say there's never an empty chair at her tavern in Adelheid Castle. Oh, this is like the Suikoden 1. Suikoden 1 had like opera music for this. Said goodbye to Shu and continued on her journey. Dreams of a quiet life even as she continues. Poor Nanami. And Ryu continues to lead the Arms Republic. By the way, the best ending, we need to respond to Nanami quickly when she intervenes, and she needs to have high defense from wearing armor. So there's that requirement for making Nanami live. There it is. Getting so wicked in 2 Steph. By the way, apparently there's a, someone in the comments told me there's a text adventure game for Suikoden. They're like text adventure visual novel-y kind of deals that were Japan only and had English translations. That's nice. Suikoden 2. I really like this game. It's a great game. I give it an 8 out of 10. The gameplay's not too different, but they add a lot of stuff to make it more refined. I think having multiple rune slots means that the rune problem is fixed. So, like, you have more options for spells, you can build your characters better. We got, like, 70 stars of Destiny, that's pretty pog. Give or take around the same as we did in Suikoden 1. But yeah, gameplay's pretty fun. It's not, like, amazing, but I think the gameplay's pretty good. I like building different team comps and the rune system. The rune system's better. Music was a lot better, too. I still wouldn't say this is, like, the best soundtrack in all of gaming, or that level of caliber. It does have some bops, though. Like, Necklord's battle theme, probably my favorite battle theme in the game. Necklord's battle theme was incredible. I don't know, soundtrack was good. It wasn't, like, great, but it was good. It was definitely better than Suikoden 1. Game looks pretty. Really like the story. The story is really good. I really like the story. Like, I love the way they use Luca Blight in the game. Luca Blight is like, they do well with him seen as like a really menacing threat, and then like Joey and Ryu, and like Joey working with Highland, but like double crossing them in a way, like double crossing Luca and like forming his own empire was great. The way they did Joey and Ryu, the parallels between them was incredible. It gave me Ryu Fo Lu vibes from Breath of Fire 4, honestly. I will say, this is where there's one negative with the story. One negative. It's like the only negative. I think killing Luca Blight before the final boss was good. I actually think that was like they done all they can with Luca Blight. I think it was good. And leaving room for Joey to be like the quote-unquote final antagonist, even though we didn't actually fight Joey in the end. But again, maybe that's a true ending, or maybe this alternate ending. We're gonna get the alternate ending. I feel like Joey's motives weren't as fleshed out. Because for so much of the game, I was kind of like, I was thinking like, oh, Joey's acting all mysterious. Why is he siding against us? And like, maybe I missed something, but the idea I got from it was like Joey just wanted, he had his own idea, like ideals and like vision for the future of the world and like ending the war and stuff. But like, I feel like the game could have done a little bit better with fleshing out Joey's motives, because a lot of the time Joey was just like, oh, Ryu, I'm sorry, I know we're friends, but we have to fight. Like, this is our fate. The runes decided. Like, I don't know. Joey goes on about, like, fate and destiny and, like, we must fight a lot. Don't get me wrong, he was cool. He was a cool character. And he and Ryu had really cool parallels, but, like, they could have done a little bit better at fleshing his motives out, I think. So, basically what I'm trying to say is, I think 70 to 80% of the game is great. The last, like, 20% of it is good, but, like, it could have been better. Like, I think the idea of Joey being the quote-unquote final villain, even though we didn't, like, fight him, was good. But, they could have done a little bit better with it. I really like the characters in this game. I think, I like Flick and Victor a lot. They're really fun. Other Stars of Destiny actually got me, like Shiro, Kinnison were cool Stars of Destiny. Again, this game has a lot of characters like Suikoden 1. There's only so much you can do in making all of them relevant. But I actually enjoyed their little moments, like Nina during the Green Hill section of the game was really nice, for example. Nina was really funny. And then like even the characters that had like their limited moments, right? Like they felt fun and interesting. The game utilized the Stars of Destiny that were like kind of focused on better. I think the writing and the dialogue was just better in Suikoden 2. And it was actually like, it actually had a lot more comedic moments too. And this game is really dark. It's not like super, like it's definitely dark. Like holy cow, that scene with Luca Blight telling that girl to squeal like a pig and then slicing her head off, like this game is dark. I think it did a really good job with the emotional moments of the game. It did a really good job with painting the scene and like showing the tragedy and all the effects of war. I think it did incredible with that. So the story was really good. Again, they could have done better with Joey's motives at the end, but great game. Good story. Oh, army battles suck. Army battles are garbage. I never really got invested in them. I thought they were interesting when it was like tactical, but I don't think army battles are good. I do not like army battles. They kind of feel like an excuse to like, obviously it's a war. They kind of feel like a way just to be like, oh, how do we show the army fighting against the armies fighting against each other? But actually playing them was boring and it felt like they dragged. Duels are awesome. But yeah, 8 out of 10. Suikoden 2, it's not gonna be like, I don't think it's like I don't think it's like in my top 5 PS1 RPGs. I'd probably have to get the true ending to see where I feel about this game. If I think of great PS1 games, I'm thinking of Suikoden 2. Don't get me wrong. There's people saying like, oh, it's like one of the best games of all time, like their favorite, and I like the game. I don't think it's gonna be like one of my favorites, but I really enjoyed it. I will think of Suikoden 2 when I think of some of the PS1 greats. For sure. Like, I'll think of Suikoden 2. I really enjoyed the game. Cook-offs are amazing. Best minigame, for sure. Oh, Nanami. I forgot to talk about Nanami. She was a fun character. Characters were really good. Again, they do well with what they have. The game has a large cast, and obviously a lot of them are irrelevant, but the ones that get like small story arcs that they're relevant in do well. And Flick and Victor were fun. Were really cool. Yeah. Army battles are glorified cutscenes? Exactly, that's what it felt like. It felt like the army battles you kind of were, they were basically glorified cutscenes. I agree with that, actually. That's a good way to word it. I was trying to think of how I want to word it. That's actually a really good way to put it. Now, I plan to play Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes. And I'm not going to say... I think I will check out Suikoden 3, 4, and 5. I don't know if I'm going to do Suikoden 3, 4, 5 in that order, or if I'm going to play 5 first, because I know a viewer of mine really likes 5, and also 5 is, like, actually good. I hear mixed things about 3 and 4. I hear bad things about 4. I hear kind of mixed things about 3. I'm sure I'll play them somewhere down the line. I am more interested in playing Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes, though. I'm going to play that one first. But then... we'll look at doing Suikoden 3, 4, and 5. And honestly, don't get me wrong. People are going to be like, oh, why did you do this if you felt this way? It was really fun to try getting as many Stars of Destiny in Suikoden 1 and 2 without a guide. I think these 2 playthroughs, I think that was enough. I think I might try to use guides. Maybe not, like, hard guides, but, like, try to get all Stars of Destiny in the rest of Suikoden playthroughs I do. It was fun to do in Suikoden 1 and 2, but I think further on, like, with future Suikoden / and Eiyuden Chronicle, because it's basically a Suikoden game in everything but name. Future Suikoden games, I'll probably use a guide and get all the Stars of Destiny. I don't regret deciding not to use a guide in these games. I think it was good. I think I'm still glad I got as many as I can, but I think for the future, I will probably use guides to get all of them. But yeah, we're gonna play Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes, and then we'll check out... I'm not even gonna say, like, maybe. I think I definitely will play Suikoden 3, 4, and 5. I just don't know when, and I don't know what the order will be. If I'll go in order, like with Wild Arms. When I played Wild Arms, I played them in order. I played Wild Arms 1, Wild Arms 2, Wild Arms 3, 4, and 5, and then I played Ultra Code F. And I still have to play XF, maybe this summer. So I don't know with Suikoden, I might honestly, like, after Eiyuden Chronicle, maybe I'll go straight to 5. I might go, well, not straight to 5, but I might play 5 before 3 and 4. Don't be surprised if I decide to do that. So, yeah, I don't know. At the very least, though, I'm going to play Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes first. Eiyuden Rising as well? I don't even know what that is. So no promises. To all Genso Suikoden fans around the world, Onami Digital Entertainment. Oh, that's a nice image. Okay, so we are going to load the save file and get this alternate ending.